we are officially 17 days away from Marvel's Spider-Man 2 being released and given to us after so many years of waiting. And so I wanted to celebrate this occasion, and I wanted to predict even more crazy theories about what this game will entail. Now, as you guys know, people do have this game. They have been given early copies to review, and unfortunately some stuff is being leaked. I have stayed away from that, so I don't have any knowledge about any of that besides like the loading screen, because people are just flashing that like no one would care, but I kind of wish I would have waited. But regardless, I want to go ahead and just say what I feel could possibly happen. These are some wild cards. I'm curious to see what people will think. And yeah, let's see. But before I begin today's video, I would like to quickly ask, if you enjoyed the video at all, please consider hitting the like button as well as the bell icon to help notify you when I upload another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. And if you really like me, then maybe, just maybe, consider hitting the subscribe button. Regardless, I hope you all enjoy, and let's get into it. So with each Spider-Man game that we've gotten, so this will be PS4 and of course Miles Morales, we have had technically two factions, or I guess I should say main factions that Spider-Man tackles. So for the first game, PS4, we've got Martin Lee's gang, so we got the Devils, and then of course later on, after Doc Ock breaks everyone out of the raft, we've got the inmates. And then after that, with Miles Morales, we have both the Underground faction as well as the Roxxon Guard faction. So when it comes to Spider-Man 2, we've only really been shown Kraven's gang, right? Like that is a faction that obviously we will be tackling, but there hasn't been any other sighting of anything else. And while I'm sure with other villains that we will be tackling, such as maybe Mysterio, we could get some goons from him, but I don't think that what that will be. So crazy theory number one, what if we potentially might get symbiote factions of enemies to tackle? Now I say this because, especially with the latest CG trailer that we've gotten for Marvel Spider-Man 2, we see the city completely decimate, like destroyed, on fire. There's smoke. I doubt Kraven's gang will be active at this point. I think you will tackle him, and then it'll be like a Venom story on from there on. And so Venom is obviously a destructive dude. I don't think he will be able to just destroy the entire city by himself. So what if there's symbiotes? Like, I don't think this will go full-blown Web of Shadows. However, could it? Because like then you need enemy variety. I don't think you'll have like massive symbiotic constructs. I really don't know. Like, I've been thinking about this. I've seen no one talk about this, so I really want to just share this. Please let me know what you think. What will this other faction be? Could it just be inmates again? I'm not sure. But regardless, that is my first crazy prediction. We'll see how that goes. So of course, yesterday we have gotten our new CGI trailer for Spider-Man 2. The previous Spider-Man games have gotten this, so PS4 and Miles Morales. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter make speculations associated to just what the trailer shows, as if what the trailer is showing is 100% fact. Now, there's clearly like stuff in this CGI trailer will happen. Obviously, we will fight Venom. I'm assuming the city will be destroyed and Peter will be depressed, Miles will be depressed, so on and so forth. However, I think the people who are saying like this trailer is 100% what's going to happen, that doesn't make any sense. Like, they would not spoil that. Clear example obviously is going back to our previous CGI trailers, and you would see in the first Spider-Man PS4 trailer, we have a montage of pretty much Peter being beaten down from his enemies, and then with Aunt May's willpower of hope of words, it helps lift him up to defeat them. And we don't fight Martin Lee in that construction site. Of course, that is a segment in the game, which Martin Lee wasn't even at in the official release. And then same thing for Miles Morales. Obviously, that one's a little bit more easier to kind of construct, because like it is just Miles taking on the Underground, right? Like, it's just to kind of show the vibes of the game, show how he's like a different Spider-Man, his different abilities. But you don't fight the Tinkerer Finn with her goons at night all on the street. Like, that never happens. Sure, you will fight those enemies and the Tinkerer, but regardless. And so while it is cool to see Venom in the daytime and potentially have that fight take place during the daytime, it's a big possibility. We could potentially have more than one fight, which I feel like will definitely happen. Kind of similar to Finn and Ock. Finn more, because we actually would fight Finn a tad bit more, because Doc Ock, like, we really wouldn't fight him until the very end. He just kind of beat us up in the cutscenes. But I mean, obviously Venom in the daytime is sick as hell. And of course, this is more proof that people are trying to speculate Venom is not Peter, blah 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 blah. At this point, I have no idea who Venom is, because I think one thing, trailer showed me another thing. They could be telling the truth. I have been duped before as much as anyone else has. They could just be adding Peter if it is Peter. We don't know. However, I really do think that this trailer is telling the truth, and we will actually get Venom battle in the daytime. Whether that is with one Spider-Man or the other, I'm not too sure, but I do think that'll definitely happen. Now, while that CGI trailer gave us some amazing just cinematography and awesome angles of the two Spider-Man fighting Venom, it gave us a lot in terms of character, of what exactly these two are feeling in this game. And man, are things looking dull. Like I said before, we've got the entire of New York just completely ablaze. It is destroyed. Miles is in his room rethinking his, his beats with Uncle Aaron. Peter is just, he's actually going to the grave of Aunt May and Uncle Ben, because he has at this point, he probably has nobody. And remember, this is most likely taking place after he loses the black suit, after he's been bully Lowenthal, which means, obviously he's not gonna have hair on his side. I'm assuming he might not even have MJ on his side, because he might have been a little bit, Bully Maguire abusive to her. We don't even know, if I'm gonna be honest, we don't even know if his relationship with Miles will stay as positive as it'll start in this game. And so that leads me to this really crazy theory that I was thinking about, where what if this game is Peter giving up the mantle of Spider-Man? Now hold on. I hear everyone, a specific crowd, screaming at the thought of this. This wouldn't mean that Peter wouldn't be the next game, right? I have this feeling that Peter will help fix this mess that he caused. But perhaps the events of this game show him that, like, maybe my time as Spider-Man is done. Miles did a better job that I could have done. And what if, he helps Miles, and then he kind of says, you're the new Spider-Man, and he kind of sets off. Of course, eventually with the next game, certain events would occur where he would have to come back to help. I don't know, because I mean, the trailer itself, you hear Miles and Peter discuss, like, this is my responsibility, my power, I am Spider-Man, like, they're going to tackle stuff. But I don't know, I wouldn't be too surprised, because, like, I still am in the belief that this game will not end happy, nowhere near like Miles Morales or the original. So I definitely think in terms of story, this could shake a lot of things up. I'm just incredibly excited to see how this goes. Please let me know what you think about this one. It probably won't happen. I don't know, man. I don't know if this would be crazy or counted as crazy of a theory. I don't know if this has been confirmed, because I've really been staying away from things. I remember seeing a certain article a while back, possibly maybe leaking or confirming that this certain character will appear. But I do think that Peter will go to Doc Ock in prison for advice. I believe this would probably most likely be to ask him, like, if he had any part in, Venom, considering he's been with Osborn back in the day. I'm assuming Osborn would have the symbiote for quite a bit of time. It wouldn't just be like a week and like, all right, let's just put my son in. So I feel like Ock would know for sure. And, I mean, obviously I believe Peter would figure out like some of the weaknesses of the symbiote, but I could definitely also see him, he needs someone to talk to. He's got no one left. So what if he goes to his old mentor and he's kind of like talking to him about, Venom, maybe learning more history about Oscorp, Osborn. I don't know. I feel it. I really feel something in my gut about Ock coming back. Don't think he obviously will break out or whatever. I would love to see this interaction. A completely torn down Peter talking to a completely torn down Otto. And so, I mean, yeah, I definitely think Ock will be coming back. Another, wouldn't say crazy, because I do think it's a very big possibility. I think Harry is biting the bullet in this game. This dude is gonna die. I don't think he's lasting. Again, I don't think you need a death to make a story impactful. Like, as long as you have a good writing, good characters, it will be impactful. However, this dude's getting the smoke. He's gonna die, and it'll lead, I think, to the consequences of the third game. Besides, obviously, Peter just killing everybody or potentially leaving them in just disarray, like a certain Screwball. I hope. I'm telling you, bro. I would. I think Screwball should be a boss fight, but she's like a one hit and dead, kind of like in Arkham Origins. But anyways, yeah, Harry's done. He's dying. It's gonna be his illness, and because of his illness, he may potentially think, I'm dying either way. Let me go out on my own terms. I definitely think it'll be in that direction. I don't think Peter will have to kill Harry. If Harry is Venom, I don't think that's gonna happen, or vice versa. Like whatever. I think Harry will help save the city. And Osborn, Norman is not gonna like that. He's gonna obviously blame someone like Peter, and he's gonna take up that goblin mantle. I understand some people don't want this because the things I'm saying, they're very formulaic, or like they happen a lot, right? Like this stuff has happened for years in comics or movies or games, whatever. But you gotta understand, if you look back at Spider-Man PS4, no one complained about Doc Ock being there after the game was done, because Doc Ock, he's been done tons of times. Well, obviously, and what I love what Insomniac did was they know that you are smart and that this dude you will know that this dude will turn into Doc Ock. So they pull the Star Wars Episode 3, and what I mean by that is they make it to where you wish he won't. So whenever at least for me, whenever I watch Star Wars Episode 3, which is, Revenge of the Sith, I always hope, there's a part of my heart, I'm like, I hope Anakin will not choose the dark side. I hope he will, stay in the light, stay in that damn room and let Mace Windu deal with Sidious. It doesn't happen. I think that's what Insomniac did with PS4, and I think they will do that again. I'm so excited. And now for my final theory, which I'm gonna be honest, I know some certain info has come out from some developers kind of stating that a certain character is not in their plans for the story that they want to tell of Spider-Man and his characters. However, I still believe that we are getting Gwen Stacy. Now, again, it kind of upsets me that when I say the name Gwen Stacy, people immediately jump to Spider-Gwen. I just hate that. I love the character, and I'm glad that she gets, the recognition that she deserves. However, I'm talking about obviously like main 616 Gwen Stacy. So just no spider powers, just, the smart first girlfriend of Peter. I really want to see what Insomniac would do with this character. And I honestly feel like with this game, either introducing her to then later explore her in the next game would be genius, or have her play a prominent role that we just don't know about. Obviously, she might not appear, and it kind of bothers me because I love Gwen Stacy so much. I would love to see what she brings to the table, as well as, we're definitely going to be getting Norman Osborn, Green Goblin, in the third game, most likely coming from Harry's death, because I do feel like Harry will die in this game. I don't think he's going to be Goblin or live. I do think he'll have to potentially sacrifice himself depending on the scenarios of who's Venom and whatnot. And he will probably figure out that Peter is Spider-Man, and that will lead into our next game. And again, you could potentially do the death of Gwen Stacy either with a Gwen, or if they don't want to include Gwen, they could potentially do that with MJ, kind of calling back to like Raimi and how they used MJ in that first film as kind of like that Gwen character on the bridge scene, or just a certain part of that story. Well, I want to see Gwen so bad. If it's not her time, it's not her time. But regardless, I would love to see her. I've seen some people also speculate that if Gwen was in the game, for her to be a love interest for Miles. And well, I do understand why, because I don't think people would want a love triangle, right, with Mary Jane and Gwen. And it's difficult because I really adore Peter and MJ in this game, but with how things are gonna happen in this game and where I think this will be going, I don't know. Peter might go a little bit too far and MJ's done, but for good this time. It won't be a repeat of oh, I'm done but now I'm back. So you could do that. Personally, I would more like to have Gwen be a friend of Peter, and then she unknowingly is like thrust into this world of like, oh shit, he's Spider-Man, so now I'm a target kind of story. But regardless, if she's in it, I'll be super excited, and oh, I don't know, I'll just be excited. Anyways, but that will do it for today's video. If you get to watch this and the algorithm gods are on my side, I truly appreciate it. You know, I love talking Spider-Man, and as this game, you know, nears its release, I'll do my Let's Play, I'll do more videos on it, but in terms of like these kind of videos, it'll be over, and I have gained, you know, the few followers, subscribers that I have because of it, and I greatly appreciate it. Like, I really do, and it means so much to me. I hope one day, as I continue to grow, hopefully grow, I am able to, if you hear that bell, that's my cat, I apologize. I am able to give back to my community, because I would love to. Like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, you know. And yeah, so anyways, I just kind of wanted to say thank you, and until next time, I hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you for watching, and take care.